7:06 p.m. and ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez? Not here. Okay. Trustee Blair?
Present.
Trustee Kagan?
Present.
Trustee Annalise?
Present.
Trustee Krusek?
Present.
Trustee Page?
Present.
Mayor Cunningham?
Present.
Quorum established.
Thank you very much. Before conducting the Pledge of Allegiance tonight, the board and I would like to dedicate this meeting in honor of Chief Brian Cunningham and his family and our Woodridge Police Department. We thank you all for being here this evening, and we would ask the chief's family to please lead us along with the chief in our Pledge of Allegiance. Family and our Woodridge Police Department. We thank you all for being here.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. We are pleased to have several recognition items on our agenda this evening, and I'm going to ask for assistance from our village administrator on introduction of our newest colleague.
Thank you, Mayor. And we've got our newest colleague Danielle, and I think Director Bethel here is going to do a nice little introduction. Danielle, come on up.
Thank you, Administrator Stonish. So Danielle thought she was going to get to hide in the back of the room, and that would be the extent of the introduction. I said, no, you gotta come on down front. So yeah, pleased to introduce Danielle. She's our newest administrative assistant. Many of you have been here for a while. You obviously knew Judy Hanson, who was with us for 20. You gotta come on down. So yeah, pleased to introduce Danielle. She's our newest administrative assistant. Many of you have been here for a while. You obviously knew Judy Hanson, who was. Gosh, I was listening to the brilliant speaker over the speaker there. And so Judy had given us lots of advance notice. Last Friday was actually her last day, but we were able to get a couple months of overlap between the two of them to work together. And we needed every second of that time because it really is a unique position in terms of working with residents. The in-house work in terms of budgeting, work orders, personnel functions, expense reports, capital projects, grant tracking. Really, the breadth of work that Danielle is going to be doing is tremendous. We had a lot of great applicants for the position. We actually had 181 that came through when we closed it. We did 3 rounds of interviews, and the irony is Danielle was one of the very first ones we interviewed. We could have called it right there in the beginning. We knew she was a great applicant from the get-go. Everybody that interviewed her liked her. We did something unique and actually had Leslie Davies, who you all know, as well as Patty Lyons, who's our office associate, spent some time with a couple candidates as well. And everybody really thought Danielle was going to be the best fit. Her references had talked about her great personality and positive attitude, even when dealing with difficult people, along with her community involvement and volunteerism. I shouldn't say this, in assisting youth in the Chicago Police Department. So the police cannot steal her. We are going to keep her, but she has done a lot of community involvement work as well. But really what set her apart is for about 10 years, she essentially did Judy's position in another municipality here in the suburbs. So she came with us just with a great foundation. Right from the beginning, she's been able to kind of learn the nuances of how Woodridge does things, but she has really just kind of hit the ground running from day one. So again, very pleased to introduce Danielle to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for being here, and congratulations to you. You did an excellent job with helping arrange everything for Judy. Please give her our best, I know, with the weather conditions and such, but thank you very much for all your outreach and jumping right in, starting here at the Village and Public Works. So we wish you just a wonderful, long career here with us and part of the family, and we welcome you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I am grateful to get to know every single one of you again, over and over, and I appreciate the opportunity you have given me.
Well, Phil, thank you so much, and we welcome you. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now Administrator Stonich is going to do a proclamation here with myself. And Chief Cunningham, we would invite you up to the podium, please. And let's start the slideshow.
It's a good slideshow, right? It's a good slideshow. So we got, hang on. All right, hail to the chief, right? Thank you, Mayor Cunningham, members of the board. It is a bittersweet privilege here this evening to announce Chief Cunningham's retirement. As we all know, Chief Cunningham came to us back in November of 2016. And I know Marge has joined us tonight, as has his son Tim and Connor are with us. And I believe they may have been here as well back in 2016. But back in 2016, there's Brian getting sworn in. And then there's some other really nice photos back from when he first joined us and getting pinned here with his sons there in the background. Very, very nice. But let's say a few words about Brian. Under Brian's leadership, the Woodridge Police Department has remained and continues to be a leader in improving and encouraging community development, community engagement, proactive patrols, information sharing, new technology and the like in our village. Some of the accomplishments for Brian include a host of them, and this is not an exhaustive list, but really spearheaded, as we all know, the beautiful new police station that is over on Janes Avenue. Remember the June 2021 tornado? Brian was instrumental in providing the emergency management leadership along with Director Bethel as part of that effort. It was a very traumatic event for all of us in our community, and having the steadfast leadership of Brian Cunningham, I couldn't have been more thankful for that in light of those circumstances. He's really improved and encouraged public education during his tenure here throughout in community engagement. The last 5 years as well in our crime stats on Brian's always big on data, and I appreciate that about him. Our Part 1 crimes are their lowest in the last 5 years here in our history of our community. The GRIP program was also a really great highlight that was just received quite a few commendations from our school district and also intergovernmental partners throughout the region on really just the replacement of the DARE program and what a great educational effort that has been, and a great connection from our police department to the school district. The community outreach unit was developed under Brian's leadership. Community engagement programs, Woodridge Night Out, community roll calls, Citizens Police Leadership Academy. He launched the Frontline Toolkit, which allowed overnight parking requests to go online. Information portal transparency was always part of Brian's high on his list of not only engaging the public, but being transparent, forthright with them in terms of all of our data. And I can remember the times where he even had it was probably post-COVID, I think, or right during COVID, the noon lunch hour chats, if I remember, via Zoom, where he just went there, invited the community to come, hit him with the tough or hard questions, but also share information as well. And those were just just a great outreach effort. He brought back our leadership, under his leadership, our social worker program with the support of the mayor and board, which has been just paid great dividends. The body worn camera program as well. And along with Deputy Chief Ostarell, the drone program has reached new heights, no pun intended. And then the license plate reader program as well in terms of technology. There are many more accomplishments, but I'll keep it brief. Brian, there's so many traits about him that I've come to really just respect as coming into this job as the new administrator, having him as a chief. I learned so much from him about policing, about law enforcement, that I know I will forever be in debt to him. I learned a lot about leadership from Brian, learned a lot about being a great human being from Brian, and I just can't speak more highly of him. His pilot light was always on, continues to be on. It's always lit, burning brightly. He's energized, never looking to stand still, always keeping the department moving forward, building on its successes, striving always to be just a little better than we were yesterday. Brian took his job seriously. I was very proud of being a law enforcement professional, and I really appreciated about him. But above all, his kindness, his generosity, he deeply, as we see tonight, deeply through all the outpouring of support he received tonight. He deeply cared about this community. He deeply cared about his officers, some of whom are here today. Thank you for joining us. And he deeply cared about his family who are here today. And those three things really made me respect Brian Cunningham. If there ever is an example of servant leadership, it is Brian Cunningham, with no doubt. So Brian, in closing, I want to extend my sincerest appreciation for you and to you for your dedicated service to our community and to law enforcement profession. Congratulations on your retirement. We wish you good health, happiness to you and Marge and your entire family as you embark on your new next chapter. Thank you, sir. of the things Brian always did for the spouses when we introduce a new officer is bring them flowers to the spouses. So I'm going to take a page out of Brian Cunningham's book and bring you some flowers, Marge. Brian.
I actually thought those flowers were for me, but that's okay. I'm going to keep this really short. I mean, it's been amazing time for me here at Woodridge. From day one, I felt at home. The support that the board has given me has just been unbelievable. I'm the envy of every chief I know. When we talk about our departments and our communities, I mean, it's just been nothing but just greatness as far as I'm concerned. I'm blessed to have the support of the board, the support of the other employees of the village, the community. I mean, that's the part I love the most. And the biggest thing I'm blessed with is my family. They've been with me forever for 39 years. I know I've missed a lot of things over the years. Missed a lot of parties and, you know, just the regular stuff, dinners and stuff like that. And I just want to let you know I love each and every one of you. I thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you.
I hope I can get through this, Chief. Earlier, it was tough for me and all of us, actually. But I'm very proud of the proclamation that we, Chief, are sharing with you this evening. This is our official village proclamation. And I'm happy to read this on behalf of the village board and myself. We are here tonight to honor and celebrate the outstanding law enforcement career of Police Chief Brian Cunningham. And whereas Chief Cunningham has announced his retirement, effective January 24th, 2024. And whereas Chief Cunningham joined the Woodridge Police Department on November 4th, 2016. And under Chief Cunningham's unwavering dedication and leadership, the Woodridge Police Department has remained a leader in improving and encouraging community engagement, proactive patrols, information sharing, and new technology to keep crime levels low in our community of Woodridge. And just a few notable achievements that have occurred under his leadership include development of the Community Outreach Unit and supporting improved community engagement programs such as Woodridge Night Out, community roll calls, and the Citizens Police Academy, which was developed and implemented. And also, he was responsible for the GRIT School Resource Program designed to promote the passion of perseverance for our Woodridge youth, working with JANO and other organizations. He's advocated for and hired a social worker with our police department staff who has assisted with outreach to those impacted by the 2021 tornado, domestic violence victims, senior issues, crime victims, and mental health issues. He's created the Woodridge Police Department Information Portal along with his team and increased transparency within our community by improving data collection and the ability to share that information. He spearheaded and helped to envision, design, and develop the new Woodridge Police Department located at 7215 Janes Avenue. And I'm very proud to say to Chief Cunningham and all of our officers and our staff to welcome home to their new building. He also launched Woodridge's Frontline Toolkit, allowing residents to submit overnight parking requests, vacation watches, and other services with ease, and implemented the body-worn camera program has increased department transparency, improved evidence collection, and assisted in documentation. And whereas over the last 5 years, under Chief Cunningham's outstanding direction, Part 1 crimes have been at their lowest levels in the history of our village. During Chief Cunningham's tenure, with immense dedication, professionalism, and integrity, the Woodridge Police Department has earned and maintained the trust and support of the citizens of our community. And whereas Chief Cunningham's tireless efforts serving our community are immense, invaluable, and inspirational to our community, to our village, and all of us here this evening. On behalf of the entire village board and our community, I want to express our sincere appreciation to Chief Cunningham for his unwavering dedication and compassion to the village of Woodridge and our neighbors. We are grateful for his excellence in policing, his service, his leadership, and his exemplary example to everyone here at the Village of Woodridge and throughout Woodridge and beyond. He has served remarkably with distinction and honor. Chief Cunningham's compassion for our community and selflessness will continue to inspire us all forever. We wish Chief Cunningham and his family much happiness and good health as he begins his new chapter. It is an honor now, therefore, I, Gina Cunningham, proud mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the citizens of Woodridge, do hereby recognize the contributions of Chief Brian Cunningham, which he has made for our community during his successful tenure as the village's police chief. And by virtue of my office, I do declare and proclaim Wednesday, January 24th as, and I wish everyone to join me, celebrating Chief Brian Cunningham Appreciation Day in the Village of Woodridge. We urge all citizens of Woodridge to recognize his exemplary character and service in our community and Woodridge. Chief, it's an honor to recognize you, and thank you again on behalf of all of us, Chief. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really
We'll now move to comments from the public. We will pause to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda. If we've received those, we would enter those into the public record, please. Administrator Stonich?
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few written comments. One from regarding snow plowing from a Henry Burrell. We have 2 or 3 regarding the proposed McDonald's development at Dunham and 75th. I will enter those in the record. One from Mr. John Grimmer, another from Gary Biello, another from Linda Damlich, and then Kelly Daly, and then also Anna McKender. And lastly, Carolina Norechko, all regarding the McDonald's proposed development. And then we've received as well several anonymous comments regarding items not related to the agenda as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll now move to comments that are related to our agenda this evening. We will pause to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do appear on tonight's agenda. And if we have, we would enter those into the public record, please.
Thank you, Mayor. We've received several comments regarding tonight's agenda items. They are from anonymous individuals, and we will enter those into the record as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving right along to our omnibus agenda this evening, going to move and ask for a motion to approve items A through C and acceptance of D through I, please.
So moved.
Thank you very much, Trustee Page. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. Is there a request for any item to be considered separately this evening? Seeing none and hearing none, Administrator Stonich, would you please review the items that do appear on our agenda?
Thank you, Mayor.
Omnibus?
Cunningham, members of the board, good evening. Item A, Resolution 2024-1, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk, village board, pardon me, to appropriate MFT funds in the amount of $900,379 for the local share of the James Avenue reconstruction project from 75th Street to Spring Street. Item B, Resolution 2024-2, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a local public agency agreement for federal participation between the Village of Woodridge and Illinois Department of Transportation, James Avenue reconstruction from 75th Street to Spring Street. Item C, Resolution 2024-3, Resolution to endorse the Legislative Action Program of the DePage Mayors and Managers Conference for the 2024 legislative session. Item D and E are previous board minutes, and also items F, G, H, and I are also previous board minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Annalise,
Aye.
trustee Krusek. Aye. Trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. As there is no mayor's report this evening, however, we do, as always, encourage you to please stay connected to the village through our village's social media channels and our weekly e-newsletter. Administrator Stonich, your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Item A, ordinance 2024-1, an ordinance granting Exotic Window, Inc., a special use permit to operate an automotive service facility located at 6813 Hobson Valley Drive, Unit 109.
Thank you very much. I'm going to ask, please, for a motion to approve ordinance 2024-1, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Annalise. A second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
trustee Krusek. Aye. Trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Last item this evening, item B, ordinance 2024-2, an ordinance amending the village code of the Village of Woodridge, Title 4, Public Health and Safety, Chapter 1, nuisances, Section 1.n, noise. This approval of this ordinance would authorize a text amendment to exempt golf courses from the noise regulations listed in the nuisance chapter of the Health and Safety title. Thank you.
If I could please ask for a motion to approve ordinance 2024-2, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee
Second.
Page. Second from trustee Kagan. I'm
Sorry, before we call the roll. I want to make sure that the record is clear. The section that is being proposed to be changed is Title 4, Chapter 1, Section 4-1-1-N of the code. I know it doesn't substantively change what your opinion might be, but I want to make sure the record's clear on the section that we're changing in the code.
we're okay to stay with them.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Krusek. Aye. Trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Annalise.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. With no further active agenda items or unfinished or new business to come before the board before the adjournment, we wish everyone to please take good care and Happy New Year. But with no further business to discuss, we do have the need to convene an executive session immediately following our adjournment. The purpose of this executive session is to review and discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees. Now going to ask for a motion to adjourn this regular board meeting of the village board. Motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Angeles. A second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. It is 7:20,
7:30.
7:30 PM.